I'm so excited to be back at Missouri Ridge Distillery and Brewery. Greg Pope, so good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you again.
Okay, now, we've been here before. We've talked about everything you have.
Right.
But you offer amazing complimentary tours
That's right.
of the facility because, I'll be honest with you, I like to drink it. I have no idea how it's made.
Yeah, well, let's take you in back and show you where the magic happens.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
Does it take a big facility to have all these flavor profiles? Because I know you got quite a few.
Really, it doesn't. It's all made in the same spot.
In the same spot?
Yep.
All the different flavor profiles?
Yes, sir.
Even the White Lightning?
Even the White Lightning.
That's kind of my favorite, though.
There you go.
Can we take a tour?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. All right, we've started the tour. Now,
Yep.
anybody can come in for a complimentary tour.
That's right.
And we're going to start here. This room, first of all, is beautiful.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
This is this 21-foot by 21-foot room is where all the magic happens at. This large stainless steel vessel is my mash tun. It's a 24 barrel. That doesn't mean much to most people, so it's a 738 gallon, basically stainless steel triple walled Yeti.
Wow.
We use the same vacuum insulation technology in the exterior walls, and we have an internal dimple jacket wall that we use as a heat exchanger, and then a solid interior wall. I have a large 880,000 BTU propane burner underneath this kettle that we use to boil the 600-gallon batches that we do. Once we've got the mashing process completed, we'll cool it by pumping 55-degree water from my 1,000-foot deep well into the pipe on the bottom of the mash tun.
Wow.
And that flood fill will take about an hour and 45 minutes to cool 600 gallons from boiling down to 78 degrees, which is the temperature that we pitch our yeast at.
Okay.
Once we have it chilled, then we'll transfer it into 3 of these poly totes. We'll put 200 gallons in each of them, pitch the yeast, and let fermentation take place.
I gotcha.
About 2 weeks from mashing day into fermentation, then we can distill the product, further concentrating the distiller's beer
Into this one back here?
a whiskey. Yep. My stills themselves are 450-gallon copper kettles. We are the only distillery in the world that runs this vertical canted column. It's a technology that I invented. And
You're an inventor also.
yes, sir. Yep.
Wow.
It gives me a higher proof, better flavored product in one distillation than any distillery in the world. In fact, every other distillery has to redistill their product between 3 to 6 times to get to the same proof point that I do in one.
That is impressive. And then it comes right here?
It'll come over the top and then into this 250-gallon Cypress water bucket. Inside here is 100 linear foot of 1-inch copper pipe coiled round and round, and that's what condenses the ethanol from a gas back to a liquid so we can capture it as it comes off the still.
You have blown my mind, sir.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so we started here, but over here is where like the fermentation
Fermentation happens over here. Let's go over there and we'll talk about that for a second.
All right, Greg, we're just down a little bit from where we were. Now, what's happening here?
This is fermentation. So once we've completed the mashing process, we'll transfer that 600 gallons of distiller's beer into the fermenters. We pitch the yeast on it, and fermentation starts to take place. The bottles here, you can see they're bubbling. That's the off-gassing of carbon dioxide. As the yeast consume the sugar, they burp out CO2 and eliminate ethanol. It's the same process whether you're making beer or wine, right? So we tell people all grain products ferment into beer. Beer then gets distilled into whiskey. All fruit-based products ferment into wines. Wines are distilled into brandy. And all cane sugar-based products are rum. Rum does not have a low alcohol friend like beer or wine, but those are the 3 main categories that the American federal government recognizes: whiskeys, brandies, and rums.
Wow, but I don't understand. How do you get the different flavor profiles then from this?
Right, so the ingredients that we use will dictate what we call it, right? So a lot of people understand wine better than whiskey for some reason. So if I said to you, all Merlots are wine, but not all wines are Merlot, well, yeah, right?
Well, yeah.
So if I say all bourbons are whiskey, but not all whiskeys are bourbon, is because of the mash bill, right? Mash bill is the grain profile that we utilize to make a specific product, right? One of the other requirements for bourbon, besides being 51% corn, because that was the only indigenous grain to the North American continent, is that it be aged in a brand new charred oak container.
Which is right behind us, by the way. These are gorgeous.
We buy our barrels from Independent Stave Company out of Lebanon, Missouri. They're the world's largest cooperage and the most sought after specifically for aging bourbon whiskey. The ones with the cardboard are brand new, waiting to get filled. I picked them up just a couple weeks ago. And then the ones over here are aging whiskey.
Wow. And by the way, I see the small, teeny barrels over here that are adorable, but you can become a member of a...
That's right. That's our Whiskey Barrel Owners Club. They're a 10-liter cask or 2.64 gallon. We recommend that you start with a bourbon because it is a brand new charred oak container. That's a legal requirement. The empty barrel itself is $150. The charge of 2.5 gallons of bourbon or 10 liters is an extra $350. So basically, you're looking at $500
To have your own.
To have your own
That's
barrel
amazing.
of whiskey, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about it, it's really a very nice entry-level price point. I mean, these larger casks, you're looking at $15,000 versus $500, right?
Much more affordable. And if somebody wants to come and learn all about it, take the complimentary tour.
Yeah.
Try everything you got here.
Sure.
What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Well, you're welcome to look us up online. Our website is MissouriRidgeDistillery.com, Facebook. Fast Google search, right? Hey Google, what's their Siri, whoever platform you use, distilleries near me, we should pop up as #1.
Guys, if you're in for a treat, you're going to learn something and you're going to taste some amazing things when you come
That's
here. Right off the high road at 248. Come on by and say hi. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Cheers.
Good to see you.
Yep.